Hi, friends. This is Brad, just in case you're new and you haven't seen him in my videos. We are on our way to a spooky parade.
Yay!
Spooktacular parade. I'm trying to remember what this one's called. I would look, but you're on my phone, so I can't look. So we had an early dinner. It was meatloaf and mac and cheese, homemade. Mr. Brad likes my meatloaf. Right?
Oh, I love it. Sorry, I was waiting to see what the two cars in front of us were doing.
Right? You love my meatloaf? No, I know you do. That was one of the ways I got him to fall in love with me, was my cooking.
Oh, I guess we're taking wherever we are. Since I can't.
Oh yeah, you can go this way.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if you would have married me if I didn't cook for you in the beginning.
You would have had to do a lot more selling. Like, my mother can cook, but she doesn't cook.
Right.
I grew up with a grandma who cooked every day, so having a nice dinner a couple times a week at minimum makes home feel like home for me.
Mm-hmm. I love cooking for people. I like to put like love into what I'm making, especially like if people come over. I like making stuff and then looking around, there's all these people sitting there eating and talking and laughing while they're eating what I made, right? It just brings everybody together. It's nice. Food has a way of doing that.
And this is why smart business people invite clients out to dinner.
Yeah, it's true. What kind of snake was that ran over my foot that one night? That was so
It was
creepy.
a baby cottonmouth.
A cottonmouth. Oh, it like slid across my foot and I was wearing flip-flops and I screamed. And I didn't know that it was poisonous until after he told me, because he turned around and saw it and we were both like, oh my God, but that was creepy.
And our poor departed puppy did absolutely nothing to react. He just kept smelling a bush that another dog had marked.
I know, and he was always so protective of me, but that last 6 months or so, he was really not quite the same, was he? He wasn't protective anymore.
He wasn't very aware of a lot of his surroundings.
Yeah, we had to, he was on this
Epilepsy medicine.
Yeah, and that medicine really, well, if you're a human, and well, obviously you're human if you're watching this. But if you're
Hey, some people identify as
an apple.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you're watching this and you've ever had epilepsy medication, you know what we're talking about. It can make you very groggy and out of it. And so our dog had been on epilepsy medicine for years, and we are expecting a baby in the form of a dog.
Oh, a new puppy, yeah.
Yeah. But not a puppy. We want a dog that's
older.
At least maybe a year older probably.
Puppies are easy to adopt out, so we're looking for a dog that might need a little TLC that would otherwise be put down.
Yeah, we like to feel like we're rescuing who we adopt. So with the cats, they were both kittens when I adopted them, but being black cats, they're very, from what I've read, they're the most euthanized animal in America. So even though they were kittens, I still felt like I was rescuing them, especially Zelda, because I got her at the end of August, and the vet, when I took her to the vet said, oh, it's good that you adopted her, because at this time of year, this is creepy, she said at that time of year, all the way through Halloween, people down there will adopt them and use them for
sacrificial rituals.
Yeah, it's really creepy. I'm glad I got her when I did, because that's not a pleasant thought. And then Marty was 4 months old, and we were together, but I went by myself to adopt him. Why did I go alone?
I don't recall. Oh, I think I was working.
You were working, and
my other job, yeah.
I could not handle the thought of waiting another day to get the second cat. I wanted to get a friend for Zelda. I could not wait. I'm a very impatient person. I'm working on it, but back in the first 5 years of our relationship, there's probably more than one time where I might have made something less enjoyable with my impatience. Like when we got engaged. I ruined that too with my impatience. The short story is, when we talked about possibly getting married and each other being the one, he asked me to show him what kind of ring I wanted. And I showed him what kind of ring I wanted. Well, I didn't know it at the time, but he actually bought the exact ring I showed him. But I did know from talking to my friends, our friends, that he had bought a ring. Well, once I knew he bought a ring, I wanted my ring. I was like, who's that on, my precious. What, who is that on the,
Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings, yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot his name. Anyway, that was me. I wanted my precious ring. I found out that there was a ring out there waiting for me with my name on it. And I started really bothering him until he finally gave it to me.
I pretty much just threw it at her. Said, "Stop."
Just take it. Here. And I mean, if I could do that over again, obviously I would. But I have ruined more than one occasion with my impatience. So, but part of learning and growing as a person is just coming right out and admitting all the terrible things you've done, because then you're less prone to do them again, right? Because it's embarrassing.
Assuming you make the conscious effort, yes.
Yeah. We're coming up to downtown Summerlin, which is a neighborhood in Vegas, and this is where the parade is. So we're about to go on this. You guys, that was so awesome. We had so much fun. I'm sorry, I'm crying because I was laughing so hard, but that was awesome. I was just wondering, what'd you think? Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was all right. The one ride.
Oh, that was one of you guys reacting to a YouTube story that I did. Or a YouTube video.
So we went on 2 rides. One of them was one of those mirror house things, which was exceptionally disappointing.
I think I could make a better one in our apartment.
Yes, and then the ride that I'm sure she's going to show a clip of in the video was fun. Definitely stirred up the insides. Yeah,
you should have already seen a clip by now of it. But
one decent ride we went on out of the 2, I guess. Definitely stirred up the innards.
Yes, I do. I feel like my arteries got a nice cleansing.
Yes, a lot of constantly changing centrifugal force.
I felt my stomach like fall out. You know that feeling? If you don't know the feeling, maybe try it sometime, those kind of rides, because it's just kind of, whoa, you know, but it's neat though. It makes you feel alive, doesn't it?
Hey, well, you get a little bit of an adrenaline rush from it.
Yeah. So the parade that we went to, there was nothing to it, literally, because it was already over when we got there. I thought it started at 7:30. It ended at 7:30. So when we got there was people starting to leave. And so we thought, it wasn't real clear what street it was on. We thought that meant people were walking towards where the parade was. So we parked, walked over there, and there was nothing there. So then we kept walking around, and then we looked at the post again, because there was a couple different posts. One in a newspaper that I had seen was the one that wasn't correct. And then the one for the actual parade said it starts at 7, ends at 7:30. So then we went to this other thing. I'll put the name of the event up here because I can't remember what it was called, but we had a really good time there. It was a kind of like a, I wouldn't call it a fair, really, would you?
It was like a very small county fair.
Yeah, very small. Brad's getting gas right now.
That alright, yeah. The cap was closed. The cover was which is odd.
That is really odd. Because you always close it when you put the cap on. I know you. I've been with you long enough. Unless it just somehow snapped.
I didn't push it hard enough because I'm the kind of gentler, less bash everything me because of fiber.
Brad's what he's talking about. He's not like a violent person. What he's talking about.
No, not violent. I just I'm either 0% or 100% when I do something, and that includes if I'm using a television remote, I'm smashing the buttons with a hammer, or I'm not using it.
Right. He doesn't close a door. He slams a door. He doesn't walk. He stomps. He's just very like
forceful.
Right.
I don't hurt people.
Unless you need to. Then you hurt people. But...
And paper towel dispensers.
It's an inside joke. We'll tell you one day, maybe.
So
we haven't been friends quite long enough, right? Or have we? You want to tell it?
No, you tell it.
No, I think you tell it.
I don't. I was drunk.
Well,
anyway,
at least started it out.
So, anyway, one night I got really upset over somebody that I perceived was hitting on Michelle. And so my friends had to drag me away from the bar and threw me in the bathroom. And in a fit of rage, I ripped a paper towel dispenser out of the wall, which was anchored to concrete. So I just had a good fit of rage there. So that's the inside joke. So given that my propensity of, 0 or 100 and no in between with finesse, I started working with fiber optic cables again, which require a lot of finesse, and I've been doing a lot of training with that lately, so I've been getting my delicate handling of things back that I haven't used in 15 years. And so I've had to learn how to not treat everything with a hammer.
Right.
And because of that, I'm trying to adjust how to operate everything else with finesse, but completing it. So I guess I was too finesseful. Or
too graceful?
Yes, I was too graceful with the fuel access door on the vehicle after I fueled up, and it apparently didn't latch. Okay, so here's our McDonald's.
Best place on earth. The little girl and me cheers every time I go to a McDonald's. Remember how exciting that was? Be like, Happy Meals! And back when they like had toys that were cool.
Like real toys, yeah.
And remember when you could get, like, I remember when I worked there in high school. Okay, I'm aging myself. If you're anywhere near our age, you'll remember this. There was a year where, it was in the 90s, probably the mid-90s, where you could get, if you got a meal, I think it was like $2.99 or something, you could get a movie, a DVD movie with your meal. You remember that?
It wasn't a DVD.
It was. It was like 93 or 4, and it was Addams Family. Oh crap! There's 2 other movies, and you got to pick which one you wanted. Do you remember that though?
No. You want a meal or just a sandwich?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Well, if one of us gets a meal, then we can share the fries and the drink.
That's fine.
Yeah, let's do it that way.
I bashed my knee on the slide.
You did?
Yeah, so I kept checking my knee.
Oh. You want me to kiss it and make it better? Put a Band-Aid on it.
Like a little Transformers Band-Aid. The little Ninja Turtles.
See? Batman.
You're tough. See? I was do Barney or Elmo. I'll wear it to work next week. See how manly everyone thinks I am. No, I want G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe. The All-American Hero.
Knowing he's half the battle.
If my brothers had G.I. Joe, like the dolls, I probably would have stolen them and made them my Barbie's boyfriends. But they didn't have them, so my Barbies had Kens. And then I had a black horse. But that was it. What G.I. Joe vehicle came out in the 80s? What did you have?
A whole bunch of them. So the first G.I. Joe vehicle I had was the Bridge Layer, which was a tank without a gun, and it had this cool folding bridge on top of it, and then extended and bridged the chasms. Then I had Duke's Jeep.
You did? You had that Jeep?
Yep. Thank you.
So you have a nice day.
That was a pretty cool Jeep, actually.
Yeah, I had Duke's Jeep. I had the Bridge Layer, which had its own action figure that had like a 30-second cameo in one episode.
Did you have a He-Man doll? I had a She-Ra doll, but no He-Man.
No, I didn't have any He-Man toys.
I just had She-Ra.
Oh no, I'll take that back. I had the hammer guy, and I had
Thunder.
I don't remember his name. He had like the big sledgehammer thingies.
Yeah.
And then I had the first Grayskull castle, which sucked. And then they came out with a better one that was like opened up into the real castle instead of it was just a little storage thing. And then I had one of the Skeletor's minions, and that's all I had.
I didn't have any toys from that show, but then he goes on for like 5 minutes listing all the toys he had.
I haven't thought about this in 30 years. What do you want?
You're funny. Did you have any of the Ghostbusters toys? So I didn't even know they had any until I saw them recently.
I had Slimer. I had Ray. I had Winston. And I had the ghost that goes into the cab. He looks like he's all decomposed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the ghost that was there for like 3 seconds. I always wanted Ecto-1, but never got it.
Ecto-1?
Yes, that was their vehicle. It was called Ecto-1. Then I bought the soundtrack for Ghostbusters 2. Because I really liked the Bobby Brown song On Our Own.
Well, I guess we're gonna...
That's it. Too hot to handle, too cold to hold. Call the Ghostbusters and get control.
The 80s were the time to be alive. I'm sure other people won't agree with me, but hey, could you hook up the DVD player for me?
It is hooked up.
Are you sure?
Yes, I hooked it up before I left.
I'm such a genius. I can't figure out how to get it to work then. I wanted to watch my Haunted Mansion movie.
What were you
Eddie
watching?
Murphy one?
What were you watching Trick or Treat on?
On demand. It's on one of the channels. You know, every year I watch Hocus Pocus and I watch Haunted Mansion and Halloween, the Rob Zombie one. None of those are on TV, I don't think. And if they are, they probably have commercials and they take the swearing out and stuff, which is just not as fun for me.
The Rob Zombie ones can't be put on cable.
The whole thing would be like, beep. It'd be like 10 minutes long. We had to edit the rest out.
Pretty much at the whole house party out because it's, 2/3 of the scenes are topless. That or they just have to zoom it into like half a head.
I love the Rob. I even like the second Halloween that Rob Zombie did, which most people didn't like, but I really did. Like, I think of myself as this warm, happy, warm and fuzzy, cozy person. And I am. But I must have somewhat of a dark side because I love movies like that. And it's kind of weird. Some of the movies I like, people go, oh my gosh, you like that movie? That's so violent or disturbing. It's like, I love it.
Rob Zombie should be given license to redo a whole bunch of horror movies. He gets the gore and grit correct.
Red quarter pounder, fries.
Thank you.
Didn't he do a Texas Chainsaw Massacre too?
I don't know.
Oh, I twisted my wrist. Do you want to kiss it and make it better? Oh, cute. The Love Store, open 24 hours a day for your pleasure. USA up all night.
Yep. That's for all your older lads and lasses.
Yes. I hope some of you know what we're talking about. I tend to assume people watching are younger, but maybe not, though. Maybe the younger people watch other younger people. So, if you're bored, in the comments, please tell me what your age is, just so I know. I'm just curious.
If you like cheesy B movies, particularly Halloween themed, look up the Elvira movies.
Yeah, we haven't watched that one, the DVD that I bought for us. Remember?
I've seen them multiple times. But...
I know. But have we watched them together as a couple?
I don't know. Yeah, they're really...
We did watch that one, though. What was that one where she went to, like, a different town? Remember?
She started reorganizing a house, and all the wives accused her of trying to take their men or something like that.
Yeah, it was like she went to a town. What, did she inherit the house or something? And
Something
she's
like that.
trying
Like,
to fix
yeah,
it up
like
for...
like her uncle died and gave her a house in a new town. And all the prudish ladies in the town were jealous of her propensity for cleavage.
Have you guys seen pictures of the lady that played Elvira now? She's not aged a day. Like, I don't know if she sold her soul to the devil or what, but she has not aged at all since the late 80s, early 90s when she was doing that. It's crazy. I think we had a good night. What do you think?
I think so too.
That was fun.
Glad you enjoyed yourself.
I am too. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself too, but you tend to enjoy yourself everywhere you go, so.
Yeah, I find things that are positive.
Yeah. And I'm trying to be more like that. Because I really do think that we make a conscious decision before we leave the house, whether or not we're going to have a good time or not. Whether or not we're going to look for negative things to pay attention to, or, you know, positive things to experience or whatever. I'm trying to be more of a go with the flow, be happy kind of person.
Appreciate it, even if it's not what you expected.
Yeah, like tonight. I started to get upset about the parade, but then I calmed down when I realized that we were going somewhere else, and I had a great time.